Portugal had a name, before Rome, before the Celts, before even the idea of a nation, there was only land and sea, a raw Atlantic frontier, storm-beaten cliffs, endless forests, rivers carving their way towards the sea like veins in ancient stone. Long before history began, humans were already here. They came as shadows across an Ice Age landscape, small bands of hunter-gatherers moving with the seasons. Archaeology preserves their whispers. Hand axes, flint blades, temporary camps scattered across Vila Nova de Foz-Sao, Almonda Cave, and the Tagus Valley. But their greatest legacy is carved into the cliffs of the Co Valley, one of the largest open-air Paleolithic art galleries on Earth. Horses, aurochs, ibex, deer, some etched more than 20,000 years ago. These weren't just survivors, they were thinkers, dreamers, artists. Before the nation, there were thousands of years. By the time the first written records appear, Portugal had already lived through hundreds of generations. Ice Age hunters, Neanderthals, river valley gatherers, early farmers, megalith builders, and Bronze Age traders. This land was never empty. It was shaped by waves of people, each leaving their mark long before Portugal had a name. As the Ice Age thawed, Portugal transformed. Rivers widened, forests spread, coastlines shifted. Along the Tagus and Sado rivers, new communities emerged. The Shell-Mound people. They built towering medians of shells, bones, and tools, the footprints of some of the earliest stable settlements in Western Europe. They fished, gathered, hunted, and they buried their dead with care, revealing ritual, identity, and a growing sense of belonging. Around 6000 BCE, everything changed. New people arrived from the Mediterranean, farmers bringing wheat, barley, pottery, and domesticated animals. For the first time, Portugal saw permanent villages, agriculture, herding, pottery with geometric designs, but their most iconic legacy was still to come. In the heart of the Alentejo, long before the first stones of Stonehenge were raised, another world was taking shape. A world of farmers, astronomers, and ritual builders. Here, between 6000 and 4000 BC, Portugal became one of Europe's great centers of megalithic culture. Across these rolling hills, communities carved their beliefs into the landscape, not with writing, but with stone. They built antas, the great dolmens that shelter the dead. They raised menhirs, solitary stones marking sacred points in the land, and they shaped cromlechs, sweeping circles and eclipses aligned with the movements of the sun. The most extraordinary of them is the Almedras cromlech, a vast ring of stones older than the pyramids, older than Stonehenge, and built in 3 major phases over nearly 2,000 years. Archaeology reveals a society far more sophisticated than we imagine. These stone structures, solstices, they encode ritual meaning. They required planning, engineering, and the coordinated labor of entire communities. As metalworking spread, Portugal entered the Chalcolithic and Bronze Age. Villages grew larger, trade networks expanded, copper and later bronze tools replaced stones. At sites like Zambuja, fortified settlements appeared, evidence of social hierarchy and long-distance trade with Iberia, the Mediterranean, and even the Atlantic world. These were the ancestors of the later Lusitanians, Coni, and other tribes the Romans would one day encounter.